Mr. Lee.
We have a guest with us.
Was actually right or wrong?
So in other words, you're asking betul or salah?
Trying to poke the bag, guys.
I want to throw one question at all of you guys.
That's all.
The plastic wrappers.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Through Ball Banter in this special episode. You're with me, Shashi Wags. And today, I'm joined by my usual guests. I mean, my usual brothers.
Co-host, bro. Not enemies, sir.
Sorry?
I thought we're enemies.
Oh, I started this episode so peaceful. You see what you did, bro?
It's okay, bro.
Okay, introduce yourself.
Alright, Gabe's here. United fan for life.
And Fame's here, Forever United.
All right, and we have a guest with us today, and we have Lee who's joining us. And Lee, could you introduce yourself and tell people and our fans who you are and which club you support?
Oh, Mr. Lee.
Okay,
Welcome.
so
Welcome
firstly,
to the pod.
thank you guys for having me over here. My name is Lee. As my name suggests, it's already short form for Liverpool. You see? So you already know who I support. Yeah.
It looks like Sashi brought the backup today.
Not just any backup, my ex-boss as well, bro.
Yeah, but everybody's level on this playing field. No boss here. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just fans here.
It's going to be hard to not see you that way, but I'll try my best.
Yeah. So okay, my journey. I started supporting Liverpool around 84. I am now roughly about 25 years old. Yes, that math doesn't add up. Okay, just go with it. Move on. So I'm old enough to remember those days. When I still remember. Okay, this one is, believe it or not, guys. Right, at one time there was no Premier League live.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In '89, I remember for the very first time. Right, Liverpool versus Arsenal, because that was the championship decider. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, the one that we...
Liverpool only had to lose by 1-0 at home in Anfield.
Okay.
Right, and they lost 2-0. Michael Thomas own goal.
What a way to...
Michael Thomas last minute goal.
What a way to start. So
at that time, right, we only had road to Wembley. You know the FA Cup.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so
FA
there was
Cup.
no Premier League. So that one for me was like, I remember staying up late at night. Like, wow, the first Premier League match and you can watch.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So when you were staying up late that time, you were not a fan of any club yet?
No, I was a fan of Liverpool already.
How did you become a fan of?
Okay, that was back in '84. That was '89. So '84, I was already a fan. So it was very difficult to be a fan in those days, because there's like no lives and all that. But I guess the influence is carried on by my parents, my grandfather also. So they were, for some reason, they were Premier League friends. It was a Cup Premier League at the time, right? First division.
Oh, first division.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a first division.
So my grandfather and my father, and somehow it spread to us. The football. I think being a Malaysian, football and badminton are the two main thing.
Yeah,
Sports.
correct. Very
So
true.
you would follow one or the other. And then
What was your first Liverpool player that made you like, wow, that's such a good player?
at the time it was like Barnes.
Yeah.
Oh,
John Barnes,
John Barnes.
coming in from Watford, and then the next season, Watford I think was second to Liverpool when they came in.
Who was the manager when you started supporting Liverpool?
I cannot remember at that time. At that time, I don't really support for the manager. I support for the team.
Yeah.
So it was.
So at the time, was it your most successful period at the time?
Yeah, it was. I guess we were at the tail end of the successful period.
Yeah.
I was not there for the glory days, the 78s, European Cups and all that.
Yep.
So, but
And Sir Alex joined United at 1986.
86.
Yes, 86. Fun times.
Fun times.
Those were fun times for a Liverpool fan. By the way, my brother is a MU fan, so
Oh, okay.
How did your brother become a United fan when everyone at home is a Liverpool?
no. My parents or my grandfather were Premier League at the time, first division, like football supporters. My dad was, I can't remember what team. I think my grandfather was Arsenal. So
see.
it was like just an overall interest in
The love of
football
Premier
and
League,
everything. Yeah, and then we as a kid, I guess swayed by, sometimes we have all this. At the time there was a magazine called, I think, Shoot or something. So you will go to the newsstands.
Yeah. Last time they used to have a lot of magazines.
Magazines.
Yeah.
So and flip through.
I remember the 442 magazine.
Yeah, gone are the days.
Right, 442 magazine.
Yeah.
magazines like those. So you just flip through.
And then take the poster out, stick in the room. Get scolded.
Nowadays, all everything's online.
So yeah, I went through before 2028. I was alive when Liverpool enjoyed their last title in 1990 before, you know.
Oh wait, so
30
that means you went
years
to Anfield and
No, I mean, like I
watched it.
not watched. I mean, I experienced the last title.
The
I
last
remembered
title.
it,
Okay,
I
okay.
remembered it before 2020. I remember like, okay, you know, 1990 and then the 30 years of suffering.
Before Manchester United took over.
That it's not that Liverpool, you know, didn't do that well. It's that Man U took over.
Yeah, the worst part is they took over
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
We overpowered you guys, man.
You've been
Until,
Arsenal or Chelsea
Anyway.
is not so bad.
But it's okay. I think, Mr. Lee, you have to not worry too much because they took over with a lot of corruption with the referees.
But
No, at the beginning of
And Howard
Ferguson's-
Webb, don't get me started.
history,
no,
what does
that
the
is-
history say again, bro?
What is
That is after Ferguson was a certain time in Premier League. Beginning all he struggled.
Okay,
a
lah.
lot.
Beginning, I mean, at least 10 league titles is corruption.
He won us the team.
Also 13
Ferguson was on the verge of getting sacked. I think there was that game versus
Ferguson
Forest
was
or
on the
something.
verge.
He
He
was
was
Yes.
on the
If he
verge
didn't win
of
the game against Forest, I think it was an FA Cup or something.
It was an
then
FA
he
Cup.
would have gotten
It was an
sacked.
FA Cup
Yes,
before he
because of
was
that, they kept him, and then you know,
And then the rest is history.
yeah, and I would always challenge Ferguson's quote, like, you know, I want to knock Liverpool off their perch. You guys didn't knock us off our perch. We fell off.
Yeah,
We just
exactly.
fell off, right?
Well,
I think-
Remember the seasons when Liverpool finished runners-up?
Not many.
So-
Yeah,
Unfortunately, not many.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately, not many.
When you're talking about knocking off a perch, that means you are battling side by side and you are competing. But sadly, Liverpool never competed with you guys.
But the truth is,
Yeah, technically, what you say is correct, because at that point of time, Liverpool was not competitive enough.
Yeah, so you actually just ran up there by yourself.
But okay, now in Ferguson's context, knock them off the perch. I think what he was referring to is they have 18 league titles. I
Yeah,
wouldn't knock off
he's just
that
talking
record.
about numbers.
He's talking about the numbers.
He wants to
Numbers,
beat the
yeah.
He
record.
wasn't, of course, if Liverpool didn't perform, then it's their fault. But Ferguson was there.
No, he wants.
Yeah.
He just benchmarked Liverpool as something to be achieved of.
So, Mr. Lee, coming back to your journey as a Liverpool fan, can you tell us when was the time that time period as being a Liverpool fan that it really tested your loyalty? Loyalty
30
and
years.
30 years, yes. Every single
because for me it's the Roy Hodgson era lah.
yeah, it was Hodgson.
For you, which era was it? Or which period?
It was all Hodgson because Hodgson was really bad. But even before that, it was Souness also was kind of bad, right? I think Souness sort of started it. I think Souness was the manager who, if I'm not mistaken, took over from Dalglish.
Correct.
So Dalglish was the last winning manager,
manager.
and then Souness came over, and I think he didn't run it properly. And since then, you know, we have like Roy Evans coming in.
How about Gerard Houllier? How is he to you?
Houllier revived a bit of Liverpool's certain amount of success, I would say. But
Yeah, we still won
I think
trophies.
Julio was one of the good managers. He beat United in a Carl Cup.
You
That's
guys
all
got a
you
plastic treble. So.
Hey, what's up with you guys? Just because you all won
Mickey
some.
Mouse Cup, is it like Ferguson would say Mickey Mouse Cup?
Yeah.
Wait,
Trophy is a
Mickey Mouse Cup came out from a Liverpool player, not a United player.
Who?
Phil Thompson.
No, Ferguson.
Phil Thompson started.
It came out from Ferguson. Ferguson called them Mickey because Liverpool that season won the treble with
the plastic treble.
I can finally just sit back. I don't even say anything.
But
Okay.
I remember it was a
You were not born right, bro.
It was Liverpool. Liverpool players were not like make fun of their.
Phil Thompson? Was it not?
I
the one?
believe it was Ferguson.
Bro, you only started watching during Beckham era, bro. Don't talk.
I believe he was Ferguson.
2001 because that season I think United won the league.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
2001.
They won the league and then Liverpool won treble.
Yeah.
So to justify it, they say, yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse Cup. That's why they want to.
Before we end this segment, right, Mr. Lee, I want to ask you, if somebody were to ask you, why are you a Liverpool fan today, what would your answer be?
Oh, it's so difficult, you know. It's like why some people prefer Karimi, some people prefer Tosse, you know. It's just something that I guess when you start with it and then you follow it, and I'll be very, very honest, right? Throughout the 30 years, there have been times where, you know, I almost wanted to give up on Liverpool. I said, no, oh my God, they're playing so badly, you know. Let me try and follow like Barca, you know, those teams which are successful. It just never happens. You just don't have that
Have you tried to support?
emotion for it.
Have you ever tried to support United?
Don't even go there.
It's a confession.
No, maybe you could be jealous of their success.
No.
You what?
That is something that, you know, Liverpool and MU fans will never do.
So, right now, I just want to ask you also about the hot topic, which is Liverpool. Liverpool this season, what has happened, Mr. Lee? Like, really, your honest opinion? I want to know because many people say it's like, this is a perfect chance to win back-to-back. Man City kind of fell off a little bit last season, and this is sort of Man City's rebuilding season. Arsenal is always number 2, no comments there. So it was a perfect time for us to win back to back, and then we started off so well, even though we were not playing so well, we were winning, and then we just became so crap so quickly. What is your opinion about what happened?
Okay, what I feel, last season, it was basically Klopp's team. This was a very stable team. So, Slot just needed to make some minor adjustments, and then, it was okay. But this is something that maybe United fans don't realize, because just like for me, I admit I don't watch United games unless they're playing with Liverpool.
Okay.
So what you see are the results. But Sashi, I think you will agree with me, right? When we watched Liverpool's games, even when they were winning the league last year, they were not impressive at all. It was like there were so many games where we were like, oh my god, like wow, we scraped through it for 1-0, or we were relieved at the end. Compare that with 2020, it was swashbuckling. 2020, Klopp's era, almost all the games I felt like we're gonna win this easily. It was very relaxed. Last season, almost every game was like, oh, nervous, okay, finally we managed that 1-0. So I think they were not really playing well even from last year. They rode their luck to a certain extent. The only reason why I felt they won last year was because it was a stable team, right? Okay. The team knew what to do. I think this season there were too many changes.
Yes.
Words came in, like
Ekitike,
and then
Jota passing away.
Yeah, that was quite a blow also. But the signings that I felt Liverpool brought on also were not, I would classify as the recent Liverpool buys. Liverpool likes to buy low profile, quiet. Besides it was something like similar to what maybe Real Madrid will do, big hoo-ha, force the player to make a fuss and then join. So Liverpool don't do that, so I think that disrupted the team.
Okay.
And then you have Words coming in. So when we bought Words, I was also thinking, how do you play him? Right? I mean, if you go with that, what I would call the championship winning midfield, right? You have Darren Burke, you have McAllister, and Soboslai. You play Words. If you play Words, somebody's got to go out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And that destabilized the team because they weren't really sure how they were going to play with each other yet. And last year, right, it was very simple for the team. Salah, goal.
Yes.
So they have to get used to okay, now it's not just Salah, it's maybe you have
because the whole team was stable last season. So Salah, we sort of built the team around Salah. Put the ball to him. He doesn't have to run back, defend anything. Just give him the ball. He let him do his thing. Everybody else defends for him.
Correct.
Right? But this time, there's players that need to be adjusted. But what are your thoughts on us not being able to control games? Because you are right. Last season, we would win 1-0, 2-0. But we never faced countless shots, countless counterattacks. We were like that boring Mourinho team. Like Rafa Benitez kind of team where we shut the door after 1-2-0. We've kind of stopped playing also. It wasn't a swashbuckling style. But then suddenly this season, Carragher had an interesting comment, said like, I'm actually very worried when we were winning. Carragher told Slot, like, why are we going back to that, rock and roll kind of football where it's back and forth? Why can't we play more control? And Slot said something really weird. He said like, well, it's more entertaining this way.
Okay. So, but it's weird that he changed his philosophy. Last season he was playing that door, and suddenly he can tell, let's play until. That's a bit weird, right?
Could there be arrogance? Could there be, underestimating the Premier League? Because suddenly now in press conferences and all, you say the Premier League teams is just like, the Premier League is so tough. I mean, all the teams are so much better. I'm like, duh, shouldn't you know this?
I think because Lord also, he didn't realize that once you become a champion, you're a targeted team. Everyone wants to beat you as a champion.
I think one more thing is he underestimated the Premier League because he had an easy run last season, won the league without a proper fight. So maybe he underestimated the league a bit.
Possibly.
That part is true. But what I feel is that it is a very fine line between winning and losing, and that line is, number one, it's balance. It doesn't take much to upset the balance, right? Last season we were a very balanced team simply because this was Klopp's team where they played together for years before that, so they knew each other. Right? Automatically, if they get the ball, for example, I pass there, I know that Salah is there, or Robertson is running there, Trent is running there, so they automatically know what to do. That split second makes a little difference this season, right? Like when you get the ball, okay, now who am I supposed to pass to? If you actually watch Liverpool games now, that connection is still not there, right? Word sometimes passes behind, everything is already in front, things like that. So they haven't really found the rhythm as to where players want to go. Rhythm is one, two is confidence, right? I believe that no team turns from a championship winning team into a rotten team overnight. The difference is the confidence and the form. Right? Just like last season, Man City, they suddenly went off form. It was just form, then they cut it back.
But talking about
confidence.
mainstay, right? Salah was there when they won the league last season, and he was also in this season. What changes do you see in him?
Salah actually last season also was not really playing that well. There were a few games that I felt that Salah was.
I thought last season was his best season.
Numbers wise,
Finishing wise,
we're talking about you actually watch him play.
Starting off, yes, but near the end of the season, he trailed off, and then he got a little bit back.
Yeah, he literally bamboozled the league, won everything, and then March, April, May, I think he slept sleeping giant.
So,
and speaking of which, we have to talk about the Salah saga. Let's call it the Salah saga.
Yes.
Before we talk about the Salah saga, I want to bring up something actually. How about a lot of people are saying about, remember after Liverpool wrapped up the league last season, then they went for a party in Ibiza. So they were saying they actually kind of like disrespected the league.
That's bullshit.
I mean,
that's bullshit. You win the league already. You do what the hell you want.
That's postseason, bro.
And then you lost the remaining games for the season.
Yeah, but you win the league. You do whatever you want. What's your problem? That means if United win the league, you say they cannot celebrate.
No,
what I mean is, I feel
this was during the season or post-season?
It's during the season.
Ongoing season.
So once they beat Spurs, I think
then
they celebrated.
Yeah. Some people say that that shows kind of a
What do you say?
For me, I think it's fine, but they lost all the remaining games, so that's why that thing came up.
Okay, let's make correct. They didn't lose all the remaining. They lost only 2 and they drew 2. If I'm not mistaken, right? The last 4.
Okay.
So it was bad, but the thing is, again, I don't blame them. How do you motivate a team who has already won the league, right?
Very true, so
to like push that extra.
Yeah,
like
because
I said,
the trophy is in the bag already, right?
Yeah. Honestly, the Premier League is a tough league. Nobody denies that. Like you can see, teams like Bournemouth, Brentford, they're doing so well now. Games against Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, you don't take for granted nowadays. You don't say that I'm going to trash them 6-0, 7-0. No more, right? They probably might trash you 6-0 if you're not careful.
Yeah, really.
So every game is tough. So you need to go in there with the right mentality. Even if you slack maybe that 1-2%, those are the fine margins that cause you to lose games. 2% is enough to lose a game, right? It's like that 1-2% of like, okay, I'm going to go into the ball with a challenge, and that 1-2%, number 4, I've already won everything. Why would I risk injuring myself, So
but
that would cost
I think for
teams.
me, it's very obvious Liverpool's problems is defense this season, because if you look at the stats, number of chances created, Liverpool are at least in the top 3. The possession, Liverpool are, I think, top 2, top 3.
Yep.
But where all of a sudden we are conceding goals, like we have the so-called best defender in the league, so-called best keeper in the league. We're conceding 3+ goals every other game. It's crazy.
Because it's so Trent, bro.
Sorry?
Because it's so Trent.
So Trent actually made things better for us. Don't talk about Trent.
You didn't sell him. he ran away.
Yeah, he ran away.
What are your thoughts, Mr. Lee, on this defense?
Okay. Yeah, this one I think is also again due to that confidence issue. I think you guys are sort of sports people also, right? It doesn't matter whether obviously we're not pros, but let's say we play badminton, we play forward. That confidence is very important. Like I do play badminton. Sometimes when my shots are no go right, you try harder, which makes it worse because you're conscious. Okay, it's not working. Let me try to do it more, and then it doesn't work. So I think they're trying too hard. They get nervous. Once they let in the first goal, they start to get nervous.
And the opponents also know it, They pounce on Liverpool's nervous energy, and it's just getting from bad to worse.
And Slot made it even worse by
you
talking it.
Don't bring this up.
We should bring it up.
Okay, say.
So by telling to opponents,
Yeah, you can't defend against a low block or something. Yeah. Okay, that one, yes, that part is true. If you look at the recent game against Leeds, 2-0 up, I was so confident at that point in time, 2-0, okay, we're going to coast this, and then Liverpool was attacking comfortably. It's like, this is the old Liverpool back again. Suddenly, Konate made that mistake. Then you could see, the whole mood shifted. It really shifted.
The whole thing changed, right?
Yes, the whole team. I remember Szoboszlai making a bad pass in the midfield, and just going to somebody else. So that would not have happened like 5 minutes before the goal. So when they let their confidence is very brittle at this point in time.
Yes, correct. Now let's talk about one of the best players in the league. Or is it the best player for Liverpool fans?
Best player in the world.
Oh, really? Has he ever won the Ballon d'Or?
That's not the benchmark of best player.
That is the benchmark, bro.
Personality award, for the looks and all. Sorry, Salah doesn't go for looks.
Guys.
Okay. Alright, it's okay. So, do you think what Salah did actually by giving that interview was actually right or wrong?
So, in other words, you're asking Betul or Salah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Salah, bro.
Betul or Salah?
Salah or Salah?
Salah is Salah. No, okay, from me, I think what Salah did is wrong. If I read the interview, if that's really what he said, then he's wrong, because what he is saying is that he's saying stuff like for what he has done for the club and all these things that his contribution, so on. But last season, okay, let's go back a little bit. Last season, I supported him. He wanted a contract for what he has done for the club. Yes, give him a new contract. He deserves it.
Correct.
But now, what he's asking for, right, based on what I did in the past, select me to play now. That's wrong. You do not select a player to play just because of what he has done in the
Based
past.
on current form of play,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. If that were true, then Steven Gerrard and Carragher would still be playing, right? Based on what they did in the past.
Exactly.
So
True.
he's wrong in that aspect. You cannot, and even if forgetting, let's say like whatever, does he seriously think he can force any self-respecting Premier League manager to select you based on press conference? I select you based on the actions on the field, not on the actions in the press conference, right? He has basically forced Slot to not select him, because if Slot actually selects him, then it will be like, oh, is he complained, Slot selects him, so that would make Slot feel like
And that's what I'm very happy about Liverpool Football Club as a club, how well they are run. Even though Slot is not earned his stripes like Sir Alex Ferguson, right? Because he's just been there 1 year. I like the fact that the club backs him, and the supporters are also singing his name, because they know it's not easy to be in his position.
Yep.
And especially, we have seen how Ronaldo did the same thing at United. It's tough when a big name player and you have a manager that is fairly new like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, right? It's tough for them to really put their authority down. But it really showed Liverpool as a club how classy they are. And for once, Salah wasn't classy, because he's usually the most classiest person off the pitch. But I want to come to one of his comments. Salah said this. He said that I used to have a relationship with the manager and now I don't have a relationship. Do you think that is Slot's fault? Because Dutch managers are known to be very cold shoulder, they just be direct and stuff. Do you think it's the manager's responsibility to explain to his star player why he's being benched?
Yes, I think Slot has a responsibility, because this is Salah. I mean, you got to give him, the respect for what he has done for the club. At least talk to him. But having said that, okay, he said that why is everybody blaming Salah? Salah and thrown under the bus. This sort of comments. That part I felt was not true. Again, if you watch Liverpool things, I think I discussed this with you also one of those times, right? Like we were saying, I was joking like, does Salah have something in his contract that prevents him from being substituted? Because he was so bad in some of those games, and I was saying like, why doesn't Slot substitute him out?
Precisely, yeah.
Slot had a lot of patience that he keep continuing to pick Salah when he was saying. I think you also told me, hey, why don't we pick Chiesa? Chiesa's on form.
Yeah, Chiesa was
So it's like you're picking Salah all the time, and
you're not substituting.
Yeah, you're not even substituting him, right? You're substituting Gakpo comes out first, or Ekitike comes out, and Salah is remaining there for 90 minutes. So
okay, now let's look at it from a different angle. Okay, we know what Salah did was wrong, but let's look at it from Salah's point of view. So for Salah, let's just put it this way. He knows, I'm sure he's aware he's not on form, but I think when he looks on the pitch and he sees players like Konate is still playing on the pitch, when Van Dijk is not having his best season, then Gakpo is also not really consistent. So maybe he feels like, why am I the only one dropped? And
but
these other guys...
other players have been dropped before. Like Mr. Lee said, we've played Salah from the start of the season. He's been starting, even though he's been poor.
Correct.
He's scored one penalty, one random goal here.
I think I agree with you, because I've seen some of Liverpool games. Salah has been really silent and not a bit.
So he's
been hosting the whole team, but then he's still in the pitch for 90 minutes, bro.
Yeah, so I think Slot was patient, like you mentioned. He's been patient for a very long time.
Correct.
So it's not like suddenly you're bad and suddenly Salah is the one that's dropped. The manager has tried so many different things, keeping Salah in the team, not substituting him for so long. And one of the times he decided, okay, fine, I have to. Imagine how Chiesa feels like. So I think he's not being the scapegoat. He just feels like the scapegoat,
Right.
maybe because of the press and the media. But for me personally, and this is what I think, if you're a big time player, if you are so-called Ballon d'Or, King of Egypt, when the times are bad, people are going to blame you.
Yes.
When the times are good, you get the praise. When big name players are going to get the blame, even if it's not their fault.
But here's the thing. Salah mentioned throw under the bus. I don't think anybody blames Salah, right? As a Liverpool fan, I never blame Salah. I'm saying that the whole team is playing rotten, but I never say, it's all because of this guy.
Exactly.
No, we did not. So
I think from his point of view, because he was not played at all in the Leeds game, he wasn't played it, right? And then the previous 2 games he didn't start. So for him, he took it too personally.
yes, Salah, I feel if you want to be a big time player, all big time players have egos, right? They all feel that they should be playing. I think Gerrard himself, I read his autobiography, he said whenever he's not playing, he feels physically sick.
Yes.
He just wants to play all the time. So we can understand that. But the way that Salah has gone about it is wrong. You do not
because
hold a press conference and what was he trying to achieve?
Yeah, he told Liverpool that I think the club is throwing.
So do you
it
think
under
that
the
moving
bus.
forward, Salah and Liverpool can be their relationship can be
Yeah,
Latest news looks that
I mean,
talking terms.
personally, I think yes, based on how Arne Slot has handled the situation, I think it is like it can be mended, but we don't know. I have a feeling it will probably just be like superficial mending, and then if things turn around and Liverpool actually finish in the top 4 this season, possibly. But I think the hierarchy at Liverpool will already know that this is a red flag.
Yeah.
The red flag, and they might have to think of, okay, maybe this is Salah's final season, and we have to start thinking of who are we going to get to replace Salah.
Definitely.
I think Olise was one of the players they were looking at Bayern Munich. But at this moment,
Semenyo.
Semenyo,
Yes.
Semenyo is so good, man.
I would be happy
Lightning.
with Semenyo.
underrated player.
Yes.
But personally, Mr. Lee, do you think if I were to ask you to choose Slot or Salah, a lot of Liverpool fans have chosen Salah because Slot has only 2 seasons with us. Salah has 8 years. Slot or Salah for you to bring us back to our challenging, back to normal, who would you choose?
At this point in time, it will be Slot. It cannot be Salah because unless Salah is playing superbly well, right? He's not. So okay, let's say we kick out Slot and then Salah comes in. Is he going to play the same? Then
You Slot himself to be another 10 Hag.
that's also possible. But they are both bald anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing about Liverpool playing badly. I think as a consolation, I mentioned to you guys also that this is a good test for Slot to see whether he cracks up. And I'm pleased to say that Slot didn't crack up. Right? He handled this current crisis. I mean, we are still in crisis mode, but he's handled it very well. He's not lost the plot and mentioned certain things. I think Ten Hag near the end, he lost the plot. He was talking all sorts of nonsense. But Slot was still cool and calm. He was just he's telling it as it is, which is what I like about Slot. He's direct. He doesn't say that. I think was it Ten Hag or
who knows?
Amorim or who knows? One of
Who
them.
knows at this
I
point?
can't keep count with United managers, but when you're playing badly, it was like, the team is doing well. So it's like he's creating excuses for the team. Slot doesn't do that. Yeah, we played
Yeah, and I like what he said. He said that I am calm and polite, but that doesn't mean I'm weak. He said that, which is, I think that's what people tend to do. They take advantage of somebody who's generally always calm. And it's not an easy situation, and I like the fact that Liverpool fans are behind Slot. We are also behind Salah, don't get me wrong. I don't want you guys to think that, suddenly we
So
throwing
I
Salah.
think at this point of time, when Salah already voiced it out, right? So now I think the spotlight will be more on Salah for him to perform because he won't be on Slot as a manager because he has already earned his badges to be winning the title before this already. So it's going to be for him to actually perform because he's saying that he's being made the scapegoat, right?
So if I put it to you, United fans, Slot or Salah, what are your thoughts?
I would say that go for the manager. No club is bigger than no player is bigger than the club.
I've always supported manager, bro.
Really, bro?
Yeah, in 10X kids, so you know very well how it's playing around the world.
So you didn't support Ronaldo that time, the best player in the
I
world.
thought you love Ronaldo.
But for that particular moment, he was totally wrong. I mean, he's worse. Let's don't compare Ronaldo and Salah. Ronaldo did something 10 times worse. He did a private TV interview.
It was all private.
I mean, private in the sense without the club's knowledge. Salah did it just in a mixed zone. This guy went and did somewhere in a house or somewhere.
I want to throw one question at all of you guys. Do you think Salah had some ulterior motive behind it? Like, is he just, for example, he just got angry and he just lashed out through anger, emotion, or he knew what he was doing? Because look at the timing, right? Just before he goes off for the AFCON, just before the January transfer window happens, is he trying to play some game? What do you guys think?
For me, I think it's two things. I think it's both. Because if you watch the interview, his voice is cracking. He is very emotional. He is very emotional, and he was like, he didn't want to say those things, but he could see it's emotionally driven. So it demonstrates, it's a mistake. Second is also, I think he's clever. He knows, yes, I'm emotional. It's a perfect time. I'm going to throw Liverpool under the bus. And now they're going to have to worry. Because he says he cares about Liverpool Football Club and the fans, but this is the last thing we want to do if you really care. So I think it's both.
Yeah, it's very obvious to me as a United fan. It's very obvious there's both of it. Both factors, two factors. Because definitely when a player is like Salah not being paid and all, it's very obvious he would lash it out. But of course, the timing of it, I think maybe he realized during the Leeds game or what, he realized that it's time for me to open my mouth. So,
I think I disagree with you. I think he has an interior motive of maybe highlighting to his potential suitors out there. Yeah. Because Saudi is...
He doesn't care about Saudi, Mr. D.
Saudi is calling big bucks, bro.
He wants
if he really wanted Saudi, would have gone at the beginning.
He was earning 400, now he would be earning 800.
But I don't think Salah cares about the money though.
Yeah.
I think he cares more about legacy and being like the top scorer in the Premier League. I think that's his motive.
If he decides to leave, where do you think he will go?
Actually, I don't care. But if he decides to leave, I don't think he'll go to I don't think any club in La Liga or the Premier League will take him. I probably am looking at the Bundesliga or Serie A or Saudi.
Let me interrupt. It's okay, you're saying no club will take him. I think no club will be able to afford him. Is a better question.
Afford him, yes.
Because besides the Premier League, which other club can afford his wages? Real, maybe Real. Maybe Bayern. I'm not sure if Bayern's salary structure can support that.
And only the Arab
PSG, for example, they can support him. So
actually, PSG is a good shot because they are known for doing that.
But it's a downgrade, right?
It's a downgrade, and also if you look at a manager, right? Do you want Salah right now when he's number one? He doesn't defend.
Yeah.
If your team is struggling, you don't want Salah now, because if your team is struggling, you need team players that like James Milner, Henderson, that's going to work hard, going to kick people. Salah is not that player. But he needs to be fed.
But if I'm coming from Arab Saudi, I want the pool of his name. Why not buy him?
Yeah. That logic would work, but I just wanted to...
But let me just say this about Salah. I think it is incredible that the man has been with Liverpool for 8 seasons. This is his first dip in form. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I tweeted this when I heard that Salah interview. I said this, you know what I wish Salah had said? This is what I wish he said. I'm going to work hard in training, and when the manager needs me, I'll be ready to help the team back to where they should be. Yep. This is what I wish Salah had said. Okay. Because if he said that, I'm telling you, the Liverpool fans will be insanely putting his banners for him to start.
Be a legend.
Yes. Because when the team is doing shit, you just want to prove in training that you would want to start. And when you get a chance as a sub, I don't care, as a sub, just like Chiesa. Right? Look at Chiesa's attitude. But 2 minutes he does something. Yep. I mean, why can't Salah be humble and do that kind of thing? But as you said, Mr. Lee, big players, big ego, they take it as a personal attack.
Yep.
They take it as a personal attack. Okay, I know we talked a lot about Liverpool.
Yeah, very important.
Mr. Lee, we also want your opinion on the Devils. What is up with this United team? I mean, we have seen progression.
What is obvious, we are both Liverpool.
That's the progression I'm talking about. Okay. But yeah, Mr. Lee, tell us, I know you don't watch United games and we don't really care about them. But personally, do you see Amorim taking United forward?
Okay, in other words, the question is, has United progressed?
Yeah.
Yep.
The answer is that they can't get worse, can they?
Because they benched it last season.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, last season, you guys, I think, were 15th, right? And you were saved by the fact that the 3 that came out was so horrible, right? I think it was Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton. And I think Leicester, which was 18th in the league, I think they got 28 points or something like that, which is very bad. Right?
And we had Spurs as well.
Yeah, and Spurs were 17th. So you were saved, or rather Spurs and United were saved by the fact that these 3 really performed badly. But this season, you can't get away. Look at Leeds, Sunderland, they're doing so well.
Yeah. So West Ham, even though they're close to the drop zone, they they have Bowen lah.
Yeah.
They can win. I mean, they got a draw at Old Trafford, right? Shockingly. So you can see it's going to be tougher. Although I think Wolves is going to be tough. Like you stole their best players also.
So to answer that question, I think yes, Amorim will probably improve United. The $1 million question is, will he improve them to the level of being champions? He will definitely improve. I feel that he can bring them to Champions League. It's not going to be an issue if you give Amorim enough time. What I'm surprised is that Amorim was given that much time, compared to considering what he did last season. But he's a good manager. The thing is that he doesn't have the players. Last season, he didn't have the players, to do the system that he wanted.
He's the first manager to beat Liverpool at Anfield.
That's your season. Right?
Okay, this one I object. United didn't win. Liverpool lost.
Yeah.
We beat ourselves. I mean, the game was so horrible, and most of the games.
You guys present yourself to us.
We gave you a gift, guys.
I think the comments will probably say that sour grapes, but hey, that's my opinion, right? Who cares sour grapes or what?
You all are surprisingly quiet as we are trashing you guys.
We like to do charity once in a while,
Come on, United fans.
No,
speak up.
I don't believe it all. You were a better team overall. Yeah, you were a better team overall. You were outplaying you guys at Anfield. Matthews Cunha was the one running the show.
The show. I think I have to watch the game back.
Second minute goal.
You were sick, bro. Forgot it.
Can we not talk about the diarrhea episode again?
I mean, some of the passes I looked at that game and I was thinking, how the hell are we doing this against Liverpool at Anfield?
Yeah, exactly. How the hell is all a dream?
Actually, United, when it comes to big clubs, they
raise up their games. I admit
they raise up their level of performance.
They raise up their level.
So consistency wise, that seems to be the problem.
Now comes the big question. The way the season is going, right, Mr. Lee, there's a danger that we're just going to be fighting for top 4. And that means we have...
4?
Sorry?
Liverpool.
There is a danger that we're fighting. Which comes to this question that we could be battling with you guys on who finishes above one another.
All right.
Mr. Lee, what are your thoughts? Do you think the unthinkable will happen and United will finish above us?
Okay, first thing, I think the championship is gone, right, for Liverpool. I don't think, realistically, I don't think we can go for the title. Yeah, it's not, but...
Stop giving us false hopes.
Okay.
Wait till the Christmas season over.
Here's the thing. Everybody always says, you can't win the league in October, which is true.
Yes.
But you can lose it.
Exactly.
Yes, you can lose it. The way that Liverpool have played, I don't think they have a chance to win the league. Not unless they win every remaining game from now until the end of the season, which is not really likely.
Unless Arsenal had a pretty big fallout.
But Arsenal
have to drop off. City have to drop off. So many other teams have to drop off. So it's a
Aston Villa
shockingly
good.
Aston Villa are doing also quite well. So a lot of teams have to drop off for Liverpool to climb back up.
But this season, you notice one thing special, which I have to admit. All the teams are actually, our points are very close to each other. Even though Liverpool and United are different, but it's only 3 points.
It's always the case, bro. Only last season you were 15. You didn't realize it.
Between 4 and 10, I think. Between 4 and 10, the points are very close now.
Yeah.
So Mr. Lee, do you think United will finish above us?
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I think yes, we will.
You think yes, sir? Okay, points.
I wanted to ask you, do you think that Liverpool will finish without the European season next season?
I have no idea at this point. For me, I just want us to go back to keeping clean sheets. I think we spoke about it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But there is a chance that we will go without European football because the likes of Crystal Palace, Bournemouth are all really solid.
Yep.
Yeah, strong.
They're not underdogs actually. They're playing very well actually.
But I think, for me, I'm seeing signs, at least in the recent games, that the Liverpool's attack is starting to more or less click. Words has started somehow playing quite well already, and then Ake, and then Isak coming in. Isak starting to find his form. So I think, going to the new year, I think Liverpool's attack is going to be a big bonus. The question is that right now I feel the defense is too shaky. If you can bring in Guehi, and I would want to bring in Guehi and one more backup, right? And if you ask me who that player is, I don't care. Any Premier League defender is good enough because he's just going to be a backup, right? You cannot bring in a...
Well, good news, Mr. Lee, is Leone, I think, is recovering from his ACL.
But it's the whole season, right?
He's recovering from his ACL. It could come back in January.
Okay.
But even then, will be rushed. Because he's a young player, he tore his ACL. But he's quite promising.
Who, bro?
Leone. Yeah, he played well before he got that ACL. But back to the question, why do you think Liverpool is so shaky? Because Konate is playing so badly and he's not getting dropped. So that probably was an effect on a player, right? Like let's say any of the attackers.
But they don't have backup for Konate as well.
Exactly.
That's why. Let's say if I'm a Gakpo, if I don't play well, I know okay, the next game I'm out, man. There's so many guys replacing, but Konate is like, okay, if I play badly, I'm still in.
Yeah.
Every game I'm still in.
You got no choice.
You got no choice. He can play Gomez. I don't know why he doesn't play Gomez. Maybe he's scared Gomez to break down.
Gomez is our your Luke Shaw, guys, by the way. So okay, so we will take a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna ask Mr. Lee a few questions for him to choose from Liverpool's historical past and greatness.